Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to the green room. Monique Renee here, photographer at Silver Paw Studio, and every Monday through the end of 2020, this is our live Q&A here, 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So now that you're prepared for that, you'll know to bring all your questions. Sometimes I try to theme these, sometimes I don't. And you are welcome to bring whatever questions that you have for me. So mark your calendars for Mondays at 2 o'clock through the end of the year. Patty's here. Hello, Patty. And Frank is here. I missed you, Frank. And everybody's saying hi to each other. I just love that. Hello, everyone. Okay, happy Monday. I love Mondays. That's just me. Okay, Patty, yes, for Eastern time. And it would be at 1 o'clock Pacific. Yes. So do the math like Patty has. And you could be here chit chatting with a fellow pet photographer as well. I hope you're all doing awesome. I did title this stock photography Q&A, but like I just said, we can pretty much talk about anything. Let me make this screen a teensy bit bigger. And while you're thinking of these and typing them in the comments, I'm going to show you a couple of my banners for any of the replay viewers or people who come in later. Want to invite you to a few things, okay? I've got the Pro Pet Photog Facebook group. I got to do that right. Pro Pet Photog Facebook group that you are invited to. That is a free group with a few of us pet photographers in there, and we just post whenever we have a question. Sometimes I post some story starters in there. I'll post what I've got going on social. Just a great place for us all to congregate together. So there's that I wanted to invite you to. Also, be sure you join Pet Photo Biz. I think the link is also on bit.ly/pro pet photog. That is the Friday email. So it's a little bit of a roundup, again, of what we talk about on the Friday YouTubes and other YouTubes, and just maybe a little bit more information behind the scenes, kind of, and anything else that I have going on, specials, all kinds of different things. So that is your weekly email. Be sure to sign up for that as well. I've been real bad about putting stuff on the Pro Pet Photog Instagram game, but I'm working on it, okay? Those are all the places, and I can put those banners up again at any time. I cheated. I let YouTube tell me the time. There you go. So that's the other option. Pile the subscribe and ring the bell. If you've rung the bell, then YouTube should tell you. That's how it's supposed to work. And so that's how I'm trusting that YouTube will work. Good point, Patty. Let the YouTubes let you know. I love that feature. All right. I mean, I sometimes feel like I'm on YouTube all the time, but I don't always catch everybody's things that I want to catch. Yeah. So there's that. So what do we got going on? I put out, what's kind of strange is I put out my story time on Saturday. Just, I wanted to sit back and have some pie chai with my dog and tell you different stories, tales. With my little Tales with Tails sign up there somewhere. My tales of how I've gotten to this point with my business and life and all that. And I try to keep it on brand, on target. We're talking about photography here. And so I just did a bunch of tales about the stock photography journey I've been on. And it actually has gotten a lot of attention, in a sense, for the last couple of days. And so I thought, well, this would be a good chance to answer any of your stock photography or videography questions. And I recorded the closing bit for my Friday video, my big produce video of the week, and it's going to be about submitting to Blackbox, which is a video stock, not really agency. They disperse your clips to several agencies, so way less work for you. So I'm doing a dedicated video for that this Friday, but if there's any extra pieces I can put in there, let me know. Or if you have questions about my regular still photos stock journey and advice and all of that, let me know. Sneak peek, actually, I think stock is an excellent way to supplement your income. We've seen that this year where we're having not being able to like interact with our clients on some of the time. It's just been a lot more difficult to have all the in-person stuff, as Patty knows, right? And Frank, like we haven't been able to go out and see clients or go to the rescues, and it's it's been rough. Wouldn't it be nice to have a portfolio of images or video clips that will just trickle in money for us? It is a good idea to diversify our income. And this is just such a great, easy way to do it. Like Patty and Frank, you could take the pictures that you take at the shelters and submit them to still stock agencies. Yeah. And you could set up things with your own pets and record different types of stock needs. There's still a lot out there we could do. I'm pretty psyched about it. So let's see. Patty says, I've submitted images to a stock company, but I have yet to meet the threshold to get a paycheck. I have sold some images, but I suppose I need to keep uploading images to get the money. That is right. Very good point, Patty. Actually, like it's easy for me to get like all excited and upload like 5 to 10 or 50 or however many photos, and then to just like kind of forget for a while. And if you think about it, there's millions of stock photos out there. So it's really hard for people to sift through and find what they need. So yeah, the mantra is shoot, upload, repeat, shoot, upload, repeat. And I don't remember how big my stock portfolio is. It's either 1,100 or 1,500 images in there, and those I put all in the first 6 years because I really haven't put anything probably in six years or so into stock photos. So yeah, it's all about shoot, upload, repeat, and then pick a theme, a stock worthy theme. So although I do encourage you to take the photos you've taken at the shelters and put them up there because you never know. But also, if you have a chance to do themed photos at the shelters with your own pets, with a model call, however you want to do it. Like recently, Frank and I did photos with just these little scarves. And I don't think I have one right here. So little scarves on kittens and dogs. And I just, for the kittens, they're on my white background. So there's really not much more I need to do. And it's a theme. It's not just a kitten, it's a kitten with a little plaid scarf. So things like that. And if you saw my video on Saturday, you'll know I've done all kinds of themes like toothbrushing. Dental Health Awareness Month for pets is in February. And there's senior wellness months. There's bathing and grooming and so much, so much. So it takes some work up front. But then, like I said, you just stick it on the site. And some of these things I'm getting paid for that I uploaded 10 years ago. It's small, like you're saying, Patty, because there's so much microstock now. So yeah, shoot, upload, repeat, have it be, stock worthy, and put a ton of effort into your keywords, description, and title. Kind of like on YouTube, a lot of us are obsessed with that. In stock sites, like if I were to sit down, because I actually look for assets for my clients and I have bought stock video and stock audio. Songs are another way. If you ever, Patty, if you ever do any audio, you could sell stock audio as well. I have looked for that for clients and it's hard to find. So you want to make sure everything is keyworded correctly. As if you're sitting down as the client going, gee, I'd really like a photo of a little dog sitting at a desk with a computer. Yeah, I can't find that. Oh, then you can create it. Yeah. Yes. So for the shelters, what I've done, Frank, is just gotten a blanket okay because pets are considered property still. And so what you just have to do is get an okay from the shelter and they can sign that. It's been a while since I've done that. I need to refresh mine because staff have overturned. But yes, you do. And if you're taking pictures of somebody else's, like say you do a model call, they also need to sign a release. But they're very easy to get. There is an app like Frank knows because we photograph a lot of models, human models. There's Easy Release. really easy app. But also stock agencies now are getting really good about just saying, here, use this release, which I love. So I have easy release, and I went to use it on Blackbox where I submit my video clips. And then they have all this other wording, and they're like, here's a blank one, just use it. Oh, thank you. So there's model releases and there's property releases. Model releases are for people, including yourself, including family members, and you need a witness on those. And then there's property releases. That's for pets and for actual buildings that you can identify. So if you know that that is the White House or the Eiffel Tower, then you need a release for that before you can sell it commercially. So yes, you do need some releases, but they're much easier to get than you think they are. Yeah. And actually, when you're explaining that to models, it's for their peace of mind as well, not just yours. Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, all you all, I have so much to say about stock, and I didn't even realize it until I put that video out Saturday, and that I went to record the final piece for Friday's video about my Blackbox challenge to myself. I have so much that I'm probably going to make it into a full-fledged course, partly because, again, I think it is an excellent way for pet photographers to expand what they do. If we're going up to level red here in Larimer County in Colorado, this would be a good time for me to go, okay, what can I do? Can I show a picture of my dog solving a puzzle toy, or going on a walk, or sleeping on the couch in front of the fire? Now, some of that's a little too general, but what are some things like do a little scavenger hunt? And I'm going to put this in the course, I think. I haven't really thought much about this course, but I'm thinking it through now with you. Do a scavenger hunt. Next time you see a TV commercial, you see a printed commercial, you're at the grocery store and you're on the pet aisle, you're at PetSmart, look at every single package. And I don't want you to tell me what was in the package. I want to show you the photo that was trying to sell that product. Yes. And you will get a ton of ideas. And then think about your local pet-based businesses. Dog groomers, dog trainers, dog boutiques. There is fitness parks. There's all kinds of places that need photos for their marketing efforts, and they can get them at these stock agencies, okay? And one newer on the scene stock agency, if you're part of Heartspeak as a volunteer photographer for animal causes, they have Images with Heart, and that is their stock agency. And they have a couple of big clients, and they are always begging for more photos. What they really want is photos with pets and people. They want more diversity. So like at my house, it's just me and Steve. So I don't have any little kids. We're not a different nationality, anything like that. So that would be a great time, after COVID time, probably, to hire a model. Or if you can be distant, if your state's in that state, maybe someone on their front porch, a diverse couple or a diverse person with a dog, that kind of thing, interacting, doing something. And then beyond that, think of all the different, like Dental Health Month, Senior Pet Month, all the different months that these companies that aren't photographers constantly need images for. And so Images with Heart's constantly looking for stuff like that. Oh, and series. So if you have like a dog in the kitchen about to be fed by a little kid, then like do a whole series of images, vertical, horizontal, lots of copy space, tight crop, low angle, high angle, pouring the food, the dog eating the food, then getting the food out of the cabinet. Like, see how I'm doing there? You could have 100 images in one afternoon. The thing is, they need to be technically perfect. So that's also a great time to work on your craft. Boy, I'm really getting psyched up about this for everyone. Okay, Patty says, I haven't had my stock company ask for property leases for my own dog. Okay, then you're probably good. Yeah, my own dog, I I didn't, actually, I didn't either. But when I was using more of the animals at the rescue, and there's a huge variety of them, I got a blanket release from the shelter. But yeah, you're right, Patty. Probably with your own dog, like you could, it would just be a little extra check mark, you know? Um, but otherwise, you're probably good with your own dog. When I uploaded video of Bailey, I didn't need it. When I uploaded video of Steve, I definitely did. And so he had to have like one of his coworkers witness him signing the release because it's just, again, the two of us here. And Bailey couldn't sign, so I have some stock video up there of Steve also. Yeah, so that's fine. That's great. But if you go somewhere that's recognizable, those property races, no need for that. Oh, and no brands showing. Now they've loosened up on this a lot. It used to be if you had one tiny Nike swoosh down in the very corner, then that was out. So I still edit all that out, but I make sure that everything's clear. I, some of the videos I did with Steve, I made sure that he didn't wear any branded clothes, that any props that we used didn't prominently have a brand name on them. I didn't want that to be misconstrued as a brand deal of some kind. So make sure no brands are showing, and sometimes just a piece of electrical tape or editing afterwards. I have one picture. It took me forever because it was probably 10 or 12 years ago of three people on bicycles. The helmets had logos, the bicycle, every single piece of the bicycle had logos, the shoes had logos. It took me forever. Totally worth it though, because I made a lot of money on that one photo. Yes. Patty says, at the shelter, I have an email saying I can use images for my website. I don't know if I need to sign a property release from them. Good question. So, Patty, what I would do, if you plan on doing this through HeartSpeak, Images with Heart, I bet that's in there. And so they can tell you, because that's where I found out about mine too, I think. Or was it iStock-Getty? I can't remember. But look on the agency you're going to use, and they will have some guidelines there. I can't remember exactly, so I'm going to have to research that if I make a course on this. You had an image rejected because of home again tag. I know, right? Yes. And there's so many tiny things because there are logos on everything. My microphone says it right here. Like, all over the place there's logos, but you get an eye and you look for it and it's fine. And I think as difficult as it is sometimes to get this huge body of work to sell on stock, you're your own art director. You get to decide what props, what theme, what lighting, what expressions. You get to decide all that. And so I think that's exciting. It's a great way to give yourself a challenge and then have it maybe make some money. And you're just going to get better and better at it. So the first, 100 or so, maybe you're like, well, those were okay and they passed, but let's do something a little bit different this time. Try out new lighting, whatever it might be. This is an excellent way to up your craft and make some money and direct your own creative vision. So if you're working with a brand, you have to do up to their spec. They have all these things they have prerequisite for because they have a reason they need these images. This is just a stock way of saying, well, hey, if you need this image, it's over here. My toothbrush one went over really well. I've sold quite a few of my dogs sitting with a toothbrush, and that was taken many years ago. People riding bicycles, they will send you creative briefs. So Getty will send me once a week or so, hey, we're looking for this type of imagery. And usually things are way in advance. So right now, it's too late for Christmas or holiday photos. It's almost too late for winter photos. So what you need to be thinking of is any holiday themed photos or videos that you shoot now, get them edited and get them on a stock site by spring so that in the summer, when those buyers, those agencies are looking, they're there. So what happens is, like, you're seeing all these Kohl's ads and PetSmart ads for Christmas. You know when they made those? In July. Yeah. So they're looking for the assets in June and May. So you have to be thinking half a calendar year ahead of time. So this is a great time to be thinking towards next time. Can you delete images up? Yes, you can. Yeah. Now, each stock agency is different. So, like if you follow Rachel Lurch, she's a landscape photographer on YouTube, and she did a whole video about her. She just got out of the stock agency thing just because some stock agencies have changed their terms and how much royalties they pay, and she was uploading to a bunch of, it just wasn't worth it for her anymore. She probably makes better money on YouTube, honestly. And so she had some of her own struggles for getting out of some of these. And I used to submit to several different stock agencies, and boy, that take a lot of time. I don't know how I did that and raised 5 kids and managed a veterinary practice. Not sure how that all happened, but I'm just tenacious that way. And so she ran into a few things where, okay, you can archive it or you can delete it or you have to wait, or, there's different things at different agencies. So, there's that, which is another good reason to have model releases and property releases. So, yeah, I have some personal reasons there. So, yeah, I believe you can. Yeah, that would be silly if you couldn't. One thing you shouldn't do is assume that they're going to hold on to these. If you ever lose those photos, you can download them. Some of them don't have that, so you can't get your own photos back off of there sometimes. I don't know why. So keep that in mind. Yeah, and I submitted for so many years that they're on like old hard drives that could only be read by a Mac, and I haven't had a Mac in 2 years, so I just have like these hard drives in a box here. I should be better about organizing that, honestly. This would also be a great way to just up your own portfolio. So, say you're maybe more of a beginner photographer, you do a model call, and that client is not going to pay you for their photos. But if they are willing to sign a model release, you can still make money off of that. And it's kind of fun to find them in the wild later. Like, don't put anything up there that you wouldn't want to be seen in 10 years. Don't put anything up there that you wouldn't want a billboard in Paraguay to see. You know what I mean? Don't put anything up there that you wouldn't want to have on a dog food brand bag. My little poodle, oh my gosh, I'm so backwards. Boop, Libby. I had a friend message me one day, and they had walked into Walgreens, and they're like, "Hey, we just saw Libby on a bag of doggy pee pads." I was like, "Sweet, I don't care. That's fine." But if you're worried about where images are going to wind up, this might not be for you. Yeah. The places outside the country. Yeah, because these are worldwide buyers. They need stuff from all over the place. And if you're the only one that has pictures of a dog getting a toothbrushed and it's dental health month across the world, potentially, they're going to have to buy from you. So I think that opens up a huge market. Like right now for client work, I can work in Larimer County, basically kind of around here. Stock stuff can be everywhere. And which is really cool. Like with the stock video, if I was to get out and do video of, say, Colorado, just some general stuff, there are people who need Colorado footage that don't live here. It's awesome. And then, what else is I have found I've used my own assets. And so I've done some videos for myself lately, like for video ads or just in my regular whatever I'm doing. And I've used my own stock. That's been awesome. And you always need something to market your own business anyway, right? So might as well what if you had your dog do 12 months, almost like a calendar, but you could use your dog as like if your dog is the theme of your company and you have, one where it's a snow set and this one's in the spring flowers and this one's at a sunny day in the summer and then in the fall leaves. Like you can make your own marketing images and sell them on stock. Like these can be multi-purpose. That's the great thing about micro stock and some of these agencies. It's not like the old school from 20 plus years ago where you sell one picture for several $100s and that's the only company that can use it for a set amount of time. It doesn't have to work that way. That's why it's micro stock. You can sell that same image over and over and over and over all day, every day. So, pretty cool. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Whew. I need some water. I barely got here in time our shower broke and we had a plumber out today. Like I called this morning and they came out this afternoon and it's fixed. We have to patch the wall right there, but oh, it's so nice to have that fixed. It was worth it. But it was getting down to the wire. I actually had to reschedule a client order delivery. Do you want to see it? It's on a bamboo block. Have you ever seen a photo printed on bamboo block? I'll show you. Oh, I also have a client's Christmas cards. I'll show you the front of her cards. I don't want to show you the back, but I can show you the front of her Christmas cards. I'm sure you want to see it. I'm not going to wait. Okay. Okay. Oh, and actually, you've seen this dog on YouTube and Instagram. It's just a double-sided 5x7 card from White House Custom Color. And then I got some nice envelopes. Here, I'll show you. If you order from White House Custom Color, you have the option to have things delivered in a box like this. And there's 2 or 3 different colors. I like this gray. It goes with my silver paw. And I'm out of stickers right now, but I usually put my studio sticker right here as well. And so they get this box, and I pull this off here like this. Here's a pro tip. If you sell Christmas cards, they come in sets of 25, sell sets of 24, and then you keep one for your sample pack. Okay. This is a really simple 2-sided. The back of it just has some snapshots of theirs and whatever wording they wanted. And I've done Christmas cards several times for them. So you take the little lid off of here. And then it comes with the paper like this. And it has this nice cardboard holder here. And then I always upgrade the envelopes. Here's another pro tip. Always upgrade the envelopes because the ones they come with are fairly sheer. So, sorry for all the paper noise, everybody. These don't look upgraded, but I think they are. So you can get even nicer ones though. They have a variety of different colors of envelopes, and you can actually get them imprinted with the return address on the envelope. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. Let me put this all back together so you can see it. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, this is my sample. And then everything goes back in here. And I love this because they have this really nice box. Because I don't know about you, but I can't sit there and write out 48 cards all at once and address all the envelopes. So it's nice to have them here so they can just pull them out a couple at a time. So this is really, really pretty. And normally I'd have my little studio sticker there too. So that's how I do my Christmas card boxes. Actually, that's how I do all my cards. So I do thank you cards that way, blank cards, folded cards. So I always do 5x7. I just like them, sorry, camera, better than the little 4x6. So even the folded ones don't come folded, so I fold them. So I have one of those little, I don't have it right here, scrapbooking things that helps you make folds, and I fold every card for them. So if you do folded cards, do that. And this is a bamboo block. So this is the backside with the keyhole. And then look at the detail. Of course, you're not going to see that while it's sitting on the wall, but if you had it sitting on a shelf, and then this is the edge. Kind of a cool edge detail. See that? So when this is hanging up on the wall, you're going to see that as you're maybe going down a hall or something. Pretty cool. And the reason that I like the bamboo block is because sometimes when they order a canvas, those are all canvas wraps, those have a texture. And not everybody likes the texture. They want the smooth finish like they would have. Oh shit, this is not smooth. Uh-oh, I just noticed that. Oh goodness. The smooth finish like they would have with a mounted print. I didn't see this until I was in this bright light. Oh, I'm going to have to get this reprinted, I think. I'll take my roller to it. But you can see this is their 4 kitties. And this kitty wasn't actually there. I photoshopped it. It was upstairs in their bedroom. It was a kitten. So yeah. Uh-oh. I just noticed that. I want to see if I can do anything about that. I can't deliver that like that. But a lot of times you just take a roller and roll that out. But I might have to get that reprinted. Uh-oh. I inspected it, but not in the right light. Okay. Anyway, bamboo blocks are a great way to have a smooth finish for your clients. And also ready to hang. Boop. Which is one of the things I tell them about canvas prints too. It's just ready to hang. Sticking on the nail on the wall or your little monkey hook. All right. So that's how's everything else going? You like those, Patty? Yeah. Any other questions about stock photography, pet photography, anything like that? I am here for you. I usually do this for about an hour, but if we're wrapped up, I'll just wrap it up. I still have all this week's videos to edit. I should tell you this week we have coming up, I have quick tips that comes out tomorrow, and per request, somebody requested this from me. It's going to be 10 gift ideas for the pet photographer in your life, which could be you. You know, you could send a copy of this video to your loved ones so then they kind of know. So that'll be one of those quick videos. I have a couple of funny shorts coming out after that. And then Friday is my Blackbox stock video. And then Saturday is another story time. And I don't know what I've got on story time for, let me look at my googly moogly here. It's in a sheet. You only had one kitten today? Yeah. I had like 6 dogs. It was great. I have a new helper, 9:30 in the morning, perfect time. I bought a new sweater. I have one of the volunteer sweaters for Animal Friends. It's gray. It's really cool. Let's see. My shorts for this week. Oh, no, I already did that one. Okay, because this will be right after Thanksgiving. This could be my Santa roundup. All of my experiences the holidays. And so I worked for a big chain one year. I worked for a big corporate chain photography studio. And then also I worked at Santa Land, and Santa was fired. Not Santa's fault. Insane manager. And then also I had a chance to photograph Santa in an airline hangar. So I want to like combine all the Santa stories, Christmassy stories to tell you on a story time. I think that would be awesome. So that might be what I release this Saturday. Hey, Zane, I think I saw you in here. Where'd you go? Here we go. How do you get motivated? Oh, good question. Holy shnikes, 30? How are you not completely exhausted? Are you just like collapsed on your couch right now, chugging water? That's crazy. Like, do you have helpers? I mean, I've done up to maybe Frank. Frank's always the person that works with me. We work together at the cat rescue. I think we've done 19. I want to say 19 was our tops, and that took us. I try to keep it like an hour. So Zane, that must have taken like all morning. Did that take you like 3 or 4 hours? Tell us more. Whoa. Yeah, Patty's impressed too. Patty, I know you told me, but I think you said tomorrow you're back at your shelter, right? Yes, that was in the Facebook group. So y'all, if you're not in the Facebook group, I'm going to throw that up here right now. Boing! That's in the Facebook group. So I would love if you share some of the photos you're able to take. I know it's been months and months and months since you've been to the shelters. Yes, I want to really grow that group because I think there's so much we can learn from each other. Here it's a little bit more one way, right? So I'd like us all to kind of pool all our brains together and help each other out. Yes, I think that sounds awesome. Okay, what do we got over here? 8 tomorrow, but they all got adopted. Oh, you have a pit bull. Yay! They have the biggest smiles. Oh, okay, yes, definitely do tell us. So you did that all in 3 hours. Zane, tell us, do you have like 1 or 2 helpers? Are you the only photographer? That kind of thing? Do you use like a little table setup or have a separate room? We all want to know. That's impressive. High paw to using for sure. Bam. Wow. Ah, this is okay. Yeah, you said that. Okay. Yeah, I want to see a picture, Patty. I should, if you have a second, I can show you all the doggies I photographed today. I didn't have it pulled up, but I just finished editing and I need to just export them and send them over to the shelter. So let me know in the comments if you want to see. I will pull it up on the screen here just in case you do. I'm sure you probably would. It was great too because I had a new helper that I trained and she was perfect right out of the gate. Worked out great with the dog side. Yes. Let me do sure, why not? 2 helpers. Okay, okay. That's got to be useful. Now where Frank and I are at, you've seen it in my videos. We have the photo studio set up in the adoption room that all the cats that are up for adoption are in. So it's a small space. We don't have to. I've worked in other shelters where you put the cat in a kennel, you walk across the campus, you take them out of the kennel, you put them in your set, and then you have to take pictures of them. It takes a lot longer to do it that way. So we have this just one room that we can do it all in. So that helps. Wow. 2 helpers is awesome. If I had that at the dog shelter, I can get everyone done in half the time because we do have to like have someone go get them and then bring them back and then go take them back again. But I'm just happy to have one helper, and we were able to we got all 6 dogs done. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe there's 5 in an hour. So Patty, I've worked with my helper at the shelter before. I'm so glad she'll be there. Oh, she will too. It's so nice to see other people's too. That's one thing, like with Frank and I'm not going to the cat shelter as much right now or at all until next year, just because they're adopting out the kitties so fast, and Frank's able to take pictures of all of them. It's on the other side of town again. So I won't see Frank for a while. Zane says volunteer with Calvin Paws and Mia's Mafia. Oh, is that in the US? Let me do a screen share. Let's see what we got. Here's some puppies, everybody. Calvin's. I'm going to write that down. Oh, I don't have my. Here we go. How do I not have a rocket book in here? What? I have them everywhere. I'm going to look that up. Look, I even have an on point, on brand blue Sharpie. Okay, yeah. Oh, North Carolina. Okay. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I bet the weather's perfect there now. I swear I saw somebody there at the beach, a friend of mine, not too long ago, and it just looked perfect. My daughter's best friend moved somewhere over there. I don't know exactly what city she's in, honestly. Okay, I wrote down those. That's awesome. Let's look at these. Here, I'm going to make my face go away. Ta-da! This is Oreo. Here, I'll make these go away so it's a little better. I just thought this bow tie was the best. I'm working on a blog or a vlog of my entire process at the dog and the cat shelter. So everyone's is a little bit different. They have this graveled in fenced area. It's awesome. It wasn't that warm today though. Like Zane, it was probably 30 something, but it was hoodie weather. When it's 30 in Colorado, it's fine because it's so dry here. Look at that eyebrow. Hung out Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. This dog had the biggest smile, but as soon as you'd go to give it a treat, it got very serious. So super friendly, bouncy dog, but very serious about its treats. Let me move my pointer mouse there. Where'd it go? Here we go. Where'd it go? I can't remember this dog's name. I gotta look at my list. They were fun. And I didn't have to keep a leash on any of them today. They were all pretty good. Here's a teensy one, a little. She picked out her own collar. I always let them pick out their own clothes. I gotta edit out the helper's arm there. Oh my gosh, right? I would love some treats. Thank you. Super, super friendly puppy. And this dog with the different colored eyes, I don't remember what that's called. I want to say it starts with a C. If y'all remember what that's called, let me know. And a little spotted face. She was really sweet too. Super playful. And then she like laid down in the gravel and was looking at the dogs walking by. It was so cute. And this dog had a cyst shaved off his side, so I was getting mostly headshots here. He was a little shy, but not bad. He tootie patootie. And there you go. So that's who I photographed at the shelters today. That's fun. I like it. Okay, everyone. 240. I need to figure out if this is a print I can use. I'm thinking not. And so I need to give the bad news to my client, as she's a friend of mine too, though. A lot of my clients turn into friends. Be warned that your clients could become friends. So she'll understand. I won't get to see her Tesla and her new house, but that's okay. I'd rather give her something perfect. Okay. Anything else for me? Last minute requests to pick in my brain. Oh, you know what? Zane said, how do you keep your, where'd it go, Zane? I got all distracted by how many cats you photographed. Wow. How do you get motivated? Are you asking like, how do I stay motivated? I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed. I've actually tried to step away from photography several times. When I moved to Colorado 8 years ago, I thought, this is my chance. I can do something else. No, I couldn't. No. It wouldn't let me. Photography's like, come back, come back. I've done lots of other things in my life. Mainly, my biggest career was managing a veterinary practice, and then kind of managing the front desk of a practice here. So I do that. I used to do that. I was very good at it. It was okay. But photography was always over here. Come back, come back, come back. So it's just like something I can't avoid. And then recently I went through the process of finding my black sheep. Brent Mansour has a new book called Finding Your Black Sheep, and it's your 5 top core values. And in that, I realized one of my very top values is creativity. And I didn't realize that could be a value, but it is. It permeates everything. So it's kind of ingrained in me. But also, I think sometimes stepping away from it, not long term, but just like this weekend, I cleaned out my gutters and I rotated my compost and did some outdoorsy things. And as I'm out there kind of unplugged, just in the sun, all these things came to me. And sometimes even just for a whole weekend, if I can manage it, I'll step away. And it's when you step away, you get all these ideas and motivated back into it. So that's kind of how I keep my motivation. I hope that's what you meant. I do have down days for sure. I'm kind of the Pollyanna of like my family, like everything will be fine. But I'm also realistic. So I definitely have my down days. I've gone through some extremely low points in my life. That kind of sap the life out of you. And I totally understand how that goes. And sometimes it takes longer to come back from that. But, another one of my black sheep values is to be encouraging and be of service and dedicated. And so I just love to form communities like we have here and the Facebook group and all of that. And I have more things planned for all of us. And just to like be around like-minded people. So if you're in a space where you don't think anyone totally understands what you're doing, it's sometimes nice to get together with other people, even virtually, especially virtually, because we're so diverse. And so that can help motivate me too. And then podcasts and books. I do a lot of business podcasts and different books. There's all kinds of things. Does that answer your question, Zane? Do you have a place that you're stuck at particularly, or one place that you're trying to be motivated in? Mel Robbins is one of those people out there that doesn't believe in motivation. And I can't remember exactly how she she talks about that, but I think it's not. She said, I think her theory is it's not enough to just be motivated. There has to be something else behind it too. So, like being motivated to go to the shelter and photograph all those kitties, what is your motivation behind that? Typically, like when you're having a down day, if you said, I just don't think I can go to the shelter today, I don't feel it. If you, the next day, would you feel like, yeah, that was a good decision, or dang, I missed them? It would have been worth it to go, or whatever. So sometimes I think if I totally gave something up, how would I feel? And I've done that, like with the radio show this year. I really loved it. The radio station was awesome. My co-host, amazing. And I just was not motivated to do the show anymore. And so I let it go. And I felt like a weight taken off my shoulders. I didn't feel regret over that. So that's some of my little check boxes too when I'm deciding if I'm motivated still to do something. I'm very tenacious person though. So yeah, I might not be the best person to ask about that because I don't know. Sometimes I'm over dedicated. What else? I think that's probably about it. Yeah. Oh, it's been so wonderful seeing all of you. And reminder, this is every Monday through the end of the year, and then at least once a month after that. I will still be here. I'll still be doing that. I do have some big things coming up. Some really cool things that y'all can be involved in or not. I'm going to be here on YouTube still. I'm going to be in the Facebook group. I'm going to be sending out my newsletter, but I'm adding some more things. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, although with my goal of posting a video every day here on YouTube and getting 1,000 subscribers, that's taking a lot of my energy. But I do have some other cool things. Patty says, sometimes when I have a down day, I try to push through. There's that too. Sometimes you can kind of tell your psyche, like, I know you're just trying to protect me, but this means a lot, so I'm going to go do it. You know what I mean? So sometimes there's something else going on in your brain, like trying to keep you protected, but that's not maybe what you need that day. So sometimes pushing through is good. And you just have to know yourself enough to know when to do that. For me, I'm motivated also by my commitment to others. So if I know like that all these people are waiting for me at that time, that I'm probably going to push myself to that. If it's something that I know I can put off, like tomorrow's going to be a snow day here. And if I didn't want to drive in the snow, I would put off something. I would say, nope, I'm going to do that another time because that's just not worth it to me, Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. So sometimes, I mean, a lot of people will say, don't push through anything, but I mean, part of what keeps me going is that Roberto Blake here on YouTube, he does a lot of stuff about YouTube and business and everything. And he says to achieve or be more than average, you have to be willing to do more than average. So that kind of kept me motivated all weekend too. Like, hey, I know I'm putting in the extra hours. I know I'm doing a little bit more than maybe I normally would, or that I did when I worked a 9 to 5. But it's worth it to me to do this extra or allot this time or this resource or some kind to that for the bigger picture. So yeah. I do. Is it a group? Yeah. Sorry. I think it's a Facebook group under my SilverPod Studio Facebook page. So it's not totally open because I want people to feel safe to come in there and share things. Where did I put that? Here it is. The ProPet Photog FB Facebook group. So if you follow that link, then you'll find it. And then there's a couple of questions in there and I'll approve you and you can be in the group. Yeah. I like the idea of having a full page, but at this point, I just wanted it to be for people who wanted a place to just go talk to other pro and aspiring pro pet photographers. And there's a lot of people who aren't quite to that step. We're at the we're thinking about it. And so there's some sensitive information that we want to talk about in there. Or maybe we want to show a photo that our client hasn't seen, and talk about that. So stuff like that, it's good to have these kind of groups. So Zane, you are welcome to join. Yay. Okay. What else? I think that's it. Yeah. Just be sure to keep those notifications on so you know when all this awesome content comes out. Boop that like button. Right now, your screen is probably showing the chat, but when you X out of the chat, there'll be a like button like all my videos, and you can boop that as well. That'd be awesome. Helps other people find these videos. You all rock. I hope you have a wonderful week. A lot of us on this live stream are in the US, so happy Thanksgiving. It'll be a weird Thanksgiving, but hopefully by next year, we'll be able to see our friends and families again. So make the most of it. This year, that sacrifice will definitely be worth it to stay home. And you're awesome. You're wonderful. Oh, what do I always say? As always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a super week.